Video that has just aired here on Tucker Carlson tonight on Fox News. They got wind of it, and Tucker wants to, Tucker gets into stuff a lot. And he wanted to see this and talk to this man. And you can tell the man's a little bit scared. He knows he's on TV. But he's apparently an ex-pilot and has this story to go with him. Now, we have to prove that, of course, and correlate all the data that goes along with this. But it starts out pretty nice here. So let's check in here and watch this.
UFOs have been the stuff of conspiracy theorists for decades, often mocked for talking about it, but maybe they shouldn't be mocked. Commander David Fravor spent 18 years as a naval aviator, pilot. In 2004, he had an unforgettable encounter with an aircraft he said was defying the laws of physics. Former Commander Fravor joins us tonight. Thanks a lot for coming on tonight. Tell us what you saw.
Well, we had launched on a routine training mission. When we joined up, we were told that the event was going to be canceled, and then we had real-world tasking, and we were sent out to the west. Now, take in mind that this has taken place about 100 miles southwest of San Diego, between San Diego and Ensenada, Mexico.
Yep.
On a clear, perfect day, blue waters. We get out to the spot where they tell us it's at. We start looking around, and both airplanes see a disturbance in the water and a white 40-foot long tic-tac shaped object just hovering above the water, going forward, back, left, right. There's no rotor wash, there's no wings, nothing. So as we drive around in a clockwise flow, we get to about the 9 o'clock position, and I said, well, I'm going to go down and check it out, and the other jet is going to stay high. So as we go down, and when we get to the 12 o'clock position, it starts to mirror us. So it's in a clockwise flow, and it's on the opposite side of the circle from us. And we continue this. It's in a climb. We're in a descent. We're getting a great look at it. This whole thing takes about probably up to 5 minutes from the time we show up. I get over to the 8 o'clock position. It's at about the 2 o'clock position, and I decide I'm going to go and see what it is, and it's about 2,000 feet below me. And I cut across the circle, and as I get within about a half mile of it, it rapidly accelerates to the south in about 2 seconds and disappears.
What would you estimate the speed?
Well above supersonic. It like a bullet out of a gun, it took off.
So from what you know about aerodynamics, mechanics, physics, should this be possible, what you saw?
Not with the technology that we have today. Not at all.
Even now, even 13 years later, is there anything that you know of capable of this kind of behavior?
No, there's nothing I know of. I mean, when we saw the video with the IR, it has no exhaust, no discernible things of anything form of propulsion. And this thing came from a dead hover over the water, just kind of moving around, to a climb up to about 12,000 feet to rapidly accelerating away in a climb, and in less than 2 seconds it was gone. And you figure you're talking 50 miles of visibility, and you can easily see an object that size easily out to 10 miles, and it just disappeared in seconds.
What would be the effects on a human pilot of the G-forces involved in that altitude change?
Well, the altitude wouldn't be bad. It would be the acceleration of the object.
That's right.
Honestly, I wanted to fly it.
Yeah,
but, I bet. Talking to some physicists, they don't think the human body could handle that kind of force with that acceleration.
It doesn't sound like the human body could. So bottom line, what do you think this was?
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
When presumably you expressed that belief to your superiors, what did they say?
But actually, we caught a lot of grief getting back to the boat, and it got passed off as an event that no one could explain. Now, keep in mind, they had been tracking these for 2 weeks prior to us seeing it, and this was the first time that manned airplanes had been airborne when the objects appeared.
This feels like a really big story to me. It's not exactly clear why Vladimir Putin's more interesting than this. I think this seems like a big deal. And Commander, I appreciate your taking the time to talk to us about it. You seem sober and believable, and I appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much, Tucker.
Thanks.
So that's kind of odd. But one thing that's odd with me about the video, I mean, I've looked at a lot of pilot videos and things, and of course, even just seeing something like Top Gun, whenever you're approaching or coming around another plane, you don't stay at the same distance from each other very long at all. Somebody is speeding up or slowing down. Somebody is overtaking another one. One is going past another. And if you look at this video here, let me see if I can mute it and then continue with it. But if I go back here to where he's actually showing this video of it going, if you'll look, the video in the right-hand corner there, I'm sorry I can't make it bigger, but he's doing a pivot, a 360. He's doing a hard bank to the left, doing a circle. And while he's doing a circle, this thing is just staying exactly the same distance away. And somehow he's such an incredible pilot, he's keeping it right there in this crosshairs. And you see that and you realize how much it have to be. And look how it pivots and it waits and it pivots and it waits. And it's funny how the video stops right there. Now here we got a different, slightly different shape here, but the size change does come on a little bit later. But look, he's pivoting, going a 360 circle. This is literally an entire circle. And if you're looking across the circle at somebody and going, and you're able to stay exactly this distance away from somebody, you have to be doing some type of Blue Angel special tracking type thing. Or maybe this thing's able to do it off of his nose just wherever he turns and goes, because it looks like wherever he turns and goes, it ends up, mimicking that, but pre-mimicking it from in front of him because he's trying to chase it, and it all gets a little bit far-fetched for me. Look how that thing pivoted around right there. We're going to watch it again here, but it's just hard to believe that it would stay in that one plane, okay? That he wouldn't overtake it, he wouldn't undercut, he wouldn't overcut. In fact, he wouldn't undercut or overcut 1 degree during the entire circle. I'm not sure if he's a Blue Angel or a Thunderbird, pilot or whatever, but I don't think the UFO guy is really in key with him doing it. They don't have this maneuver down where they follow for hundreds of yards. See how it pivots. It just reeks of CGI so badly. And I like a few things that have been on Carlson before here. This may just be some type of stunt pulled off. There was a guy not long ago that couldn't believe he even got on national TV trying to put off some type of front for a organization that didn't exist. I guess hopefully trying to get money. So you have to watch out for things like that. But I guess we have to investigate this guy and make sure he actually was a pilot and what the particulars are on this, and then why the government would actually be releasing him and allowing him to just go out speaking normally to it. In fact, maybe even propagating the idea. Perhaps we're about to get new information from the government on what had been going on before, or maybe this is just one of those fake things. Let's keep on top of this, look into it. And anybody that knows anything about this, that's investigated after the point of finding this out, please type in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, appreciate y'all. Peace.